Next up, we have new information for you on The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. In the August Nintendo Direct, we showed you the other world that appeared in the game. After that announcement, the game's producer, Mr. Aonuma, posted a screenshot on the Legend of Zelda series community in Miiverse. The screenshot was taken at an in-game shop featuring items from Link's usual arsenal, things like the bow, the hookshot, and the hammer. In previous Zelda games, there was this sort of unwritten rule that said you could only get a new item at a new dungeon, and that puzzles in that dungeon would primarily be solved using this new item. You might even say it's one of the conventions of Zelda. But this time around, we wanted to back tradition and transform the way you play Zelda to offer a brand new gameplay experience. To do this, we had to reconsider this particular Zelda convention. In A Link Between Worlds, there are various dungeons just like in other Zelda titles. However, from a certain point in this new title, the order you approach each dungeon and the way you do so is up to you. So, to a large degree, the player can decide how to progress through the story. Now, the shop you saw earlier plays a very important role. It's called Ravio's shop, and most items are immediately available there, near the beginning of the game. That way, the player can decide which item to rent and eventually purchase based on the dungeon they choose to challenge next. You have to consider your destination and how much money you have to make the most of your visits to Ravio's shop. I hope you enjoy the flexibility provided by this unique Zelda adventure. By the way, when this screenshot was posted on Miiverse, some people commented that the character next to Link looks like Nabbit from New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Luigi U. He sure does look like Nabbit, doesn't he? Well, unfortunately, he has nothing to do with the Mario series. In fact, his name is Ravio, hence the name of his shop. The Zelda and Mario series are created on the same floor by members of development teams that sit right next to each other. So perhaps they inspired one another unknowingly. In addition to Ravio, A Link Between Worlds features various other characters from the usual Zelda favorites to newcomers, each one adding to the rich story set in the game's Dual Kingdoms. And finally, I'd like to announce that The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds will be launching on November 22nd in Europe.